Thanks for tuning in to A Deeper Look Within, hosted by Ione Jeffries. Please help us welcome today's guest, DJ, artist, curator, and creator, Gemynii.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, Gem. Thank you for joining us for A Deeper Look Within.
Of course. I hope you're feeling better.
I am. From yesterday, listen, I'm feeling 1,000 times better. I just needed to be outside.
That's very real.
Yeah. How have you been? Were you sleeping just now?
I was nothing.
Girl, I'm ready to do that too.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I had a very busy weekend here at the house, and so today's been my catch-up and rest day.
Yo, you've been at the house, but you've been working.
Yes.
You have been working. The live stream parties that you've been throwing? Where'd you get that idea from?
Well, that wasn't my part. I was just a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a collective of DJs from all around, really. And they asked me to be a part of it. And so, yeah, it happened. It was great.
It looked like it was. Are you going to be doing it every day or just like whenever they ask you?
Yeah, definitely not.
You're like, hell no.
Yeah, that was a paid gig. They paid all the DJs like a 24-hour party.
Yeah.
So each DJ or like a pair of DJs or whatever, because sometimes it was set up differently.
Yeah.
It was cute. I mean, I was a little hesitant at first about virtual DJing because, you know, everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't want to just watch somebody DJ on Instagram.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Like, I'll put on a playlist. I don't want to watch you. But with the way this party was set up, interactive, so you can, like, talk to other people and see them dancing, and, like, that was fun. You know, that was really fun.
There was so many colors. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, there was so many colors. There was so many people, kids. There was animals on there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I definitely had my dog on there.
Aww. We're really, like, seeing the inside of people's lives right now. Like, the private moments that we forget to share on social media or we rarely share. Those are really being highlighted, and people that we know professionally are sharing more of, like, their intimate lifestyles. And that feels really good. It feels like we're breaking barriers with one another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, as a full-time artist in every capacity, how are you doing during this moment with having a social distance and adjusting to, you know, the current atmosphere of the world?
I mean, that's great because I typically work from home outside of doing parties on the weekends, typically at home anyway. And so, like, that part almost feels normal to me, being away from people, so to speak. Because that's what I kind of enjoy that, but then also, like, you know, I do miss being at an actual party where you can actually, like, hug people and, like, you know, just randomly walk up to somebody you never talked to before. I don't know. Like, that intimacy of being close at parties, I think, is one of, like, when we do have the chance to do it again, it's going to make it even more powerful and magical for folks.
Hell yeah.
But, I mean, as an full-time artist, I mean, honestly, like, I've been a mixture of feeling anxiety and feeling scared because, like, sudden loss of income, and, you know, that sort of thing can be scary, but then also enjoying the time to, like, dig deeper into myself and to have this break and for the planet to, like, somewhat have kind of a breather, so to speak. You know, it's kind of, I mean, just financially scary because, you know, it's not even just for myself, it's just like everybody kind of like, you know, I don't care if they're working at a restaurant or non-essential spot, so to speak, or you're an artist, whatever, everybody's kind of in the same boat of like, anticipating what the future's going to be like. But I appreciate community though, and I really appreciate people, you know, either donating or buying or, you know, doing whatever I gotta do to get some coins in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. To get something, right? The government's doing more now than they were, or than what was presented at first. Though it's still like we live in a country that's said to be very wealthy and very powerful. But I believe that the true testament of that would be the way that you treat your citizens and the people that live in that country. I feel very honored to be an artist, but more than that, to be a part of the same community of folks who are going to support us regardless of if the government is or isn't protecting us. I think this moment is really highlighting that, how much we do have to rely on the arts.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, shifting focus a little bit and going into some talks about The Conjure, I know that you had to cancel the 3rd year anniversary show, which was scheduled for
the 21st of March.
21st.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that by the summertime things are clear, that we can do like a big kind of like summer thing.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
It'd be dope to have a block party. Have like a couple of us just plan the block party.
Yeah, like especially if it's outside, people can have space or whatever they need in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I know in the future, like especially being a part of this digital party, I think one thing I had considered as a party goer myself was accessibility. I mean, like just beyond the space that the party would have. Like usually we have the Conjure can help, which for the most part is pretty accessible for folks to get in and out of. But I definitely have folks say that like because of like their own abilities or whatnot that they have or have not been to parties before in the past, and so being able to go to a digital party has allowed folks to like participate who haven't been able to before.
Right.
And so even when we do have the physical parties, I just want to like poke the mindset and make sure that we continue to like kind of like live stream so that we are making the magic more accessible to other Black folks who want to enjoy that and cannot physically make it. Yeah.
I'm even thinking about like how communities of people who may not be able to physically even access those spaces and still be able to experience it from wherever they are. So that is definitely a component of what's happening right now that should be kept. Is there anything else or like any other forms of rest or creativity that you feel should stick during this moment, like post-pandemic?
Really just like that magic of like connection with folks, like realizing like how special that really is. I hope people kind of hold on to that even after everything clears up.
I agree. I was speaking to someone about 2 days ago, and he was making mention of the fact that the media is portraying this as like us needing to social distance versus physical distancing. And I thought that was, and it's really important because it's all in the language, right? Like speaking to our subconscious, just to take it a step further, like when we're dealing with our subconscious, what we hear repeatedly is what will become. So when we hear social distancing, it's to say that in a manner that is inclusive of even social media and all these platforms that we have access to, while physical distancing is to say that we're not supposed to connect. Which I know the mass majority of us, or those of us who are in community and are in contact with one another, know that that's not going to happen. But just on a macro level, I'm like, damn, like I wonder how much that verbiage has been portrayed and embedded into people's subconscious, especially if it was somebody who was already practicing actualized social distancing. Yeah. The last question that I wanted to ask you is what do you envision for yourself in these coming years? And I say that, but also we don't know what the hell is going on right now in our world.
I was about to say, I don't think we envisioned this a month ago, 2 months ago.
Dead ass.
So it's almost fills me with anxiety thinking about it. Like, all I can think is I'm going to be okay. Like, other than that, like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah, dead ass.
Like, it's really hard because we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't trust the news, can't trust the government.
Yeah.
And we don't have the answers, but we need that definition that we need to, like, know, like, how to move forward and, or, like, where things may, you know, happen for us in the future. But all I know is that, you know, I'm just going to keep being myself, which is beacon of light and a creative.
Yeah.
As long as I'm able to, you know, I feel like an ancestor got my back, even if the government doesn't.
That's right.
And, yeah, I just got to keep being black until I die, and that's it.
That's right.
That's all I know.
We're going to be straight. And as long as we create and we keep, like, creating moments and different opportunities for one another, I believe we'll be just fine. But you're right about that, though. You got to put your faith in something other than what's presented with this United States of America.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have to take care of one another in this time. And that's it. We just really have to take care of one another because we, you know, that's all we got.
Right.
You know, all we have.
You know what, Jim? Like, just experiencing you myself in these last few years, I know that you're a very genuine person. Your emotions are very pure. Regardless of what state they're in, it's always been very pure from you. And you speak your mind. You've been like a mouthpiece for everybody. Who do you go to in your moments where you need that same support or that same leverage?
My immediate thought is, you know, my sister circle, so to speak. You know, Omi, speak up to Omi, Sade, and Angel of Be Connected, Germ, and, you know, my son Latrice, like those immediate circle. I mean, I have like my community is like one circle, so like that whole smaller circle, whatever. But yeah, I appreciate my sisters. You know, we are all connected in different generations. The Omi's 50 something, and Angel's 40 something. I'm 30 something, and we also have other sisters in the circle like Taylor, you know, who and Chaz, and we all kind of like support each other. And I think that if it wasn't for them, I don't know who or what I would be right now.
Right. That's real shit.
Yeah. Especially because, you know, I feel like folks look at me as such a strong person, so because people look at me as a strong person, I'm the least to be checked on when it comes to my emotions and my mental state, where my heart is and my spirit is. And so having folks like them who actually care and actually check in and say, hey, how's your heart? How's your spirit? Do you need anything? How can we support? Or just knowing that if I do need something, I can go to them without judgment or whatever, and have get immediate help like that. That feels good.
That's important for anybody to have. I'm so happy that you do have that. Well, thank you so much for joining us for A Deeper Look Within. This has been awesome. I'm happy that we got to know you a little bit better, and hopefully our audience does too. Is there any way that people can reach out to you, or even if it's like planning an event in the coming months, how can people get in contact with you?
Folks can always my main source is Instagram. You can hit me up on there at Gemynii. You can also have a Facebook page.
Instagram at Gemynii. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for your time as well.
Hell yeah, you know it. That's why we here.
And and also, as I keep having this conversation, I want to say stay Black Femme. This is especially important to do now with folks who are out of work. So let's get listening to this, and you have resources, meaning money, you know, find Black queer folks, Black mamas, Black trans women, Black artists in your community, wherever your community is, that's how you get out and support them. So right
That's
now.
right.
Pay Black fans.
Pay Black fans every day,
Yes.
all day.
Yes. But especially today.
Especially today. Every day after today.
Exactly.
Because I'm a Black femme that need it.
You know, free services, none of that. Be ready to barter or pay for whatever you're asking.
Whatever.
You know, labor-wise with Black fans.
That's right.
Yeah.
This concludes our episode of A Deeper Look Within, featuring DJ, artist, curator, and creator Gemynii. Please be sure to support this artist at her Cash App, $Gemynii, Venmo @Gemynii, or at PayPal, Gemynii@live.com. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.